Welcome to the 20th Annual Public Service Recognition Ceremony. My name is Josh Householder, Chief Banking Officer with CNB Bank, and I have the privilege of serving as your President of the Chamber this year. As you can tell, our ceremony is different this year due to COVID-19. Normally, we'd be on the third floor of Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races, enjoying a wonderful meal and honoring all of our unsung heroes. The Chamber still wanted to honor and say thank you to everyone, especially this year, given all the men and women who've given their time and energy to keep us safe and in doing so, risk their lives. The Chamber asked all the departments to submit an honoree video, and we had a videographer go out to each department and video the honorees in action. What you're about to see is a completed video of all the departments. As always, the Chamber is thankful for businesses that help sponsor this event. They are our bronze sponsors, K. Casto and Cheney, Mid-Atlantic Farm Credit, State Farm Tammy Serball, WVU Medicine, Rockwool, Valley Health, Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races, BCT. Certificate and plaque sponsors include JSB, Ours Lawyer Lewis, River Riders, and Just Tech. Thank you to our videographer, Ellie Burke, with Doodad Digital for this wonderful video, and our MC, Hans Fogel. We hope you enjoy the video, and we look forward to seeing you again next year.
Here are your honorees for the 2020 Public Service Recognition Ceremony. Thank you for your dedication to your department and Jefferson County. Joshua Smith, Jefferson County Emergency Services Agency, Fire. Josh Smith has been instrumental to the outcome of several fire incidents because of his experience, education, skills, and versatility. Regardless of the station he's assigned to, Josh meticulously inspects and prepares every tool on the fire apparatus and maintains cleanliness of his equipment and apparatus to the highest standards. Anytime Josh is asked to help with initiatives aimed at improving the system or the agency, he does so willingly and enthusiastically. For Josh, it's about going home with the satisfaction of knowing he did the job well, and anything less is unacceptable to him. Benjamin Ryan Napier, Jefferson County Emergency Services Agency, EMS. Ryan Napier has continually focused on learning everything he can about how to treat patients in a way that produces the best possible outcome. Ryan earned a life-saving award earlier this year for an incident where he was the lead provider of the team that successfully resuscitated a citizen who suffered an unexpected medical emergency at a relatively young age, and is grateful to still be here thanks to the care he received. Ryan goes the extra mile with those who want to learn. Behind the scenes, Ryan willingly takes on tasks and projects that make the system better for everyone. Captain Jason Young, Bakerton Fire Department, Fire. The last few years, Bakerton Fire Department has researched grants and outside funding sources to replace things needed in order to remain compliant and to be able to provide updated equipment for members to use. This year, Captain Jason Young wrote a grant to Firehouse Subs to replace much-needed fire equipment, and the department was notified earlier this year that they received a $20,000 grant to buy that new equipment. The Bakerton Fire Department is forever grateful for Jason's time and commitment to research, gather information, and write the grant by the deadline for the department. Christina Holmes, Bakerton Fire Department, EMS. Bakerton Fire Department has struggled to recruit and retain members for EMS response. Most people can't spend the time that's required to train on top of the time to remain active as a member. Christina Holmes has worked very hard to move forward in the world of EMS and has been committed to helping by responding to the station to ensure our ambulance responds to calls. Christina also takes part in the department's training program to ensure she's prepared and ready for whatever call may be next. The department is thankful that Christina remains a strong volunteer to their department and continues to help serve the community the best they can. Harold Baldridge, Citizen Fire Company Incorporated, Fire. Harold Baldridge, or HB, has been selected by his peers at Citizens Fire Company to be honored with this recognition. Whether he is installing a new water heater or repairing something hours before an event, he just wants to help. HB is quick to volunteer to drive the apparatus out on a call, but he's also humble enough to ride a jump seat. If anyone asks him to help go over anything, he makes time. HB is one of those members who help keep the wheels turning, that make the biggest impact, and are also the ones that are willing to give the most without ever being awarded for that effort. HB is an asset to Citizen Fire Company. Thank you for all you do. Jamie Payton, Citizens Fire Company Incorporated, EMS. Jamie Payton has been selected by her peers at Citizens Fire Company to be honored with this recognition. Jamie is dedicated to everything that she takes on. Since Jamie joined the organization, she's always been involved at learning how they operate and offered ways of improving things. She has earned her emergency medical technician certification and completed her precepting program to operate as a cleared provider in the county. Not only does she provide services for the operational aspects of the company, she has recently stepped up to get more involved at the administrative division of the company. Jamie is very professional and is an asset to Citizens Fire Company. Thank you for all you do. Jacob Biller, Friendship Fire Company, Fire. Jacob Biller joined Friendship Fire Company September 2018. He is a third-generation firefighter following the footsteps of his father and grandfather. He received his Firefighter 1 and 2 in June 2019, where he immediately started making an impact by responding to numerous calls. He further advanced his career and EMS training by getting certified to drive both small fire apparatus and ambulances. Currently, he is attending the EMT class, where he will be taking his final test soon. Jacob's eagerness to learn and initiative to help others is why he is the choice for this award. Joseph Mills, Friendship Fire Company, EMS. Joseph Mills has been a member of Friendship Fire Company since March 2017. After completing firefighter classes, Joseph obtained his EMT certification in June 2018. He provides countless hours of volunteer work at Friendship. While doing so, he obtained his Bachelor of Science degree from Shepherd University in December 2019. He also volunteers as a student counselor for elementary school children in Martinsburg that are considered high risk for dropping out. Joseph shows extreme dedication, not only to the station, but also to the community, and goes the extra mile to not only make sure his community is safe, but also thriving. Elizabeth Jeffries, Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races, EMS. Beth Jeffries started her EMS services in 1976 in Westernport, Maryland as an emergency medical technician. Beth continued her passion for public service by obtaining her paramedic certification in 1993. Beth is a senior faculty instructor in various emergency services programs as she is extremely passionate about teaching and mentoring new providers. Beth has been a team member since 2018 and has improved the overall training and education of Hollywood Casino's initiatives. It's their honor to select Beth as the nominee for this year's award for her service and her many years of service to the community. Trevor Longerbeam, Independent Fire Company, Fire. Independent Fire Company is proud to nominate Trevor Longerbeam for the Fire Service Provider of the Year. Trevor has been with the department for numerous years and is now a fire lieutenant, moving up from the safety officer position. Trevor ran over 130 calls over the last year. He has a progressive attitude that has served well in the department and continues to come up with new ideas that moves the department into the future. When someone asks Trevor for help, he is always there, whether it's fire or EMS. Brandon Carroll, Independent Fire Company, EMS. Independent Fire Company is proud to nominate Brandon Carroll for the EMS Provider of the Year. Brandon is the Assistant Chief of the EMS services at the company. He is Chief Watson's right-hand man when it comes to EMS. Whenever a task is asked of him, you can guarantee it will be completed. Brandon spends countless hours at the fire department running both fire and EMS calls. It takes a special person for this position, and Brandon has done well. He hopes to continue to operate in this position. Brandon ran over 200 EMS-type calls over the last year. Brandon continues to lead with passion and integrity. Nick Wright, Middleway Volunteer Fire Company, Fire. Nick Wright joined Middleway VFC last year after taking firefighting classes. Nick is one of the regular crew members who spends a lot of time at the fire station helping get apparatus staffed for calls. Nick has been a real asset to the Middleway VFC and the community to help reduce response times to incidents. John Hill, Middleway Volunteer Fire Company, EMS. John Hill joined Middleway VFC last year and began training and running calls for Middleway VFC. He has taken on a training schedule to include both fire and EMS classes and been cleared as both a firefighter and EMS driver pending his EMTB certification in a fast rate. John has been an asset to the Middleway Volunteer Fire Company and the community to help reduce response times to incidents. The entire Shepherdstown Fire Department, Shepherdstown Fire Department. Due to the life-saving efforts of an unconscious person in the Kearneysville area, the Shepherdstown crews were assisted by the JCESA and Independent Fire Company to save a life. It gives Chief Morgan and Chief Demerit great pleasure to recognize the responders of this incident with a 2020 Jefferson County Chamber of Commerce Recognition Award. EMS Chief Marshall Demerit, Lieutenant Troy Baker, Lieutenant Troy Matlock, JCESA Medic John Lyons, and JCESA Maddie Ryan responded to the call. The entire Shepherdstown Fire Department, EMS, and Fire. Due to the life-saving efforts of the lifeguards at Shepherd University, the responders from Shepherdstown Fire Department and Sharpsburg Area EMS, as well as the Jefferson County Emergency Services Agency, a life was preserved. It gives Chief Morgan and Chief Demerit great pleasure to recognize the Shepherdstown responders of the incident with the 2020 Jefferson County Chamber of Commerce recognition. Additionally, they send their thanks and recognition to the lifeguard team at Shepherd University, Lieutenant Troy Baker, Captain Zachary Morgan, FF Daniel Turner, EMS Assistant Chief Coy Beveridge, JCESA Medic Rufus Sine, JCEAS EMT Firefighter Maddie Ryan, and Priscilla Morgan responded to the call. Patrolman First Class Vincent A. Ciampa, Charlestown Police Department. Vincent Ciampa has worked for the Charlestown Police Department for the last 4 years and is currently assigned to the Patrol Division. Because of his dedication and strong work ethic, he has created and maintained the highest possible standard for the department through his proactive police approach, detection, community interactions, and investigation of criminal activity. He continuously provides excellent service and exceeds the expectations of the department, which is a testament to his work ethic and value to the Charlestown Police Department. Vincent is always willing to step in and fill a shift, work an event, or do whatever else may need to be done. Ranson Police Department. With the hit of the COVID-19 pandemic, everything in the community went on hold, except for crime. Each member of the Ranson Police Department showed up for work with no complaints and put the health and well-being of their community in front of their own safety as well as their own family members, which is why the entire Ranson Police Department is being honored. Thank you. Corporal Randall Yonkers, Shepherdstown Police Department. Corporal Yonkers has always been very active in community policing, as is needed in a small town such as Shepherdstown, making it a point to know as many people in and around town as possible. In February of 2020, Corporal Yonkers noticed a medical emergency call in the CAD system and recognized the address as some of the people that he knew. He responded to the address, but unfortunately an unexpected death had occurred. Corporal Yonkers remained at the scene for several hours, assisting family members with the necessary arrangements and offering comfort during an emotional time. Family members described him as simply amazing. Brooke Hess, Jefferson County Emergency Communications Center. Brooke, an employee for the greater part of 10 years and a supervisor for 3, is an extremely valuable individual to the agency. As a supervisor, she manages a team of professional public safety dispatchers that function as the first responders to the team in the response community. As a certified communications training officer, she is intrinsically involved in the development of new staff and has coached several of the newer dispatchers. As a certified Motorola radio programmer, she manages the portable and mobile radio fleet that the public safety agencies use on a daily basis and ensures proper interoperability. Very friendly and always pleasant, Brooke is an extremely dependable employee who strives to make a difference in Jefferson County. Trooper First Class MC Morgan, West Virginia State Police. Trooper First Class MC Morgan has been a member of the West Virginia State Police for nearly 9 years. He has been assigned to the Charlestown Detachment since 2018. Last year, Trooper Morgan had 84 arrests. This includes felony and misdemeanor. He also had 1,019 ticket warnings, 4 DUI arrests, investigated 26 motor vehicle crashes, investigated 73 criminal offenses, took 860 calls for service, and recovered $46,260 in stolen property and illegal narcotics. Trooper Morgan is a loving husband and father to his 3 children. He also has been tasked with being a field training officer and is currently training a new trooper who was recently assigned to the Charlestown Detachment. Sergeant Paul Capel, Jefferson County Deputy Sheriff's Reserves. Sergeant Paul Capel is being honored for his 3+ years of distinguished service with the Jefferson County Deputy Sheriff Reserves. He he has assisted as a field training officer to train new cadets during the EPDSR Training Academy. He also mentors existing reserve deputies on various department matters. He has volunteered a total of well over 1,120 plus hours to the Sheriff's Office and to his community. Other responsibilities that Sergeant Capel assists with are fundraising, serving as a board member, procurement of much-needed emergency equipment utilized by reserves, and so much more. Robert Sell, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Sell was sworn in as a deputy on March 3, 2003. He is the senior sergeant at the Sheriff's Office and supervises deputies on day shift. This past year, he responded to or initiated 912 calls and made 18 arrests. He has coordinated and brought more than 100 youth from Jefferson County to the West Virginia Sheriff's Association camp. He is a member of the Sheriff's Office Special Response Team. He is one of the most respected and sought-after accident reconstruction specialists in this part of the country. Sergeant Sell is a professional law enforcement officer who treats all with dignity and respect deserved. A big thank you to the event sponsors. Bronze sponsors K. Casto Cheney, Mid-Atlantic Farm Credit, State Farm Tammy Serbaugh, WVU Medicine, Rockwool, Valley Health, Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races, and BCT Bank of Charlestown. Certificate plaque sponsors JSB Jefferson Security Bank, Ours Lawyer Lewis, River Riders, and Just Tech.